Hello and welcome to the Transfer Express webinar. Today, we are going to be talking about marketing for your t-shirt business. I am so glad that everybody is chatting in right now, so that lets me know that you guys are all there. I don't even have time to say hello to everybody. There's so many people. I'm glad we have so many people here ready for our webinar. So today we will be discussing what and how you can market for your t-shirt business. So marketing, obviously, everybody knows is going to be the best way to drum up business. Now, a lot of people have seen that word of mouth advertising is going to be a great way as well. But sometimes you got to put the nose to the grindstone and do some actual marketing on our end as well. So for today's agenda, we're going to learn how to use social media marketing to grow our business. We're going to learn how to compare e-commerce platforms, which there are several out there. We're only going to talk about a few today, but there are several e-commerce platforms. We're going to learn how to get more sales from the same customer, how to build a database and use it to your advantage. We're going to discover how you guys can create samples on your own or samples for display or samples for the internet as well. We're going to talk about specializing in a niche. And we're going to talk about on-site opportunities and how you can sell and decorate apparel on-site at events. Yes, Margie, this will be available later for viewing. All of our webinars are available for viewing. I think it's about 24 hours afterwards on YouTube. It'll be available. So a little bit about me. My name is Scott. I am up here at Transfer Express just outside of Cleveland, Ohio in our dealer services, our customer service department. So I've been here for about 5 years. So yeah, let's get started with this. So social media, if you guys haven't seen it, is a huge way to get advertising. Anytime you're scrolling through your Facebook or your Instagram or your Twitter feed, you'll always see sponsored posts on there, and that is what people are using to do their advertising. People have moved away from a lot of the traditional paper billboards, stuff like that, and they're going to social media because it's A, cheap, and B, it has a massive audience. And you'll see that here. We have about 81% of 18 to 29-year-olds using Facebook on a daily basis. We have large numbers coming in at all of these levels because that's where people are. And when you advertise, you always want to look at where your attention is at. So it's clear here that you see Facebook is a huge audience. Facebook is a massive place for everybody of all ages to come together and see whatever you have to offer. If anybody's ever listened to the good old Gary Vaynerchuk, he will tell you, you always want to go and get the attention of the people. So where is the attention at? Social media is a huge, huge thing for everybody right now. So some of the tips from social media is you always want to post daily, even if it's 1 post or 7 posts. Having posts means that you are there, you exist, and people will come to you. And you want to interact with your followers. Having something posted on your website or posted on your Facebook or posted on your Instagram is great, but if they can't talk to you and they can't interact with you, then how do they know that you're a real thing? You always want to be able to answer any questions that they have. You want to be able to participate in contests or host contests for your customers. Sorry, I'm seeing some things here about no video feed. All right. So you want to be highly visual when it comes to posts. you want to make sure that you're posting pictures that are eye-catching. You want to make sure that what they're seeing is going to be something that draws them in, as well as using video. The algorithms that they use on both Facebook and Instagram are very visual heavy, and video is one of those things that's going to be very big right now because it's what gets the people's attention. And another thing that everybody has been doing to get more advertising done is going live from events. And you want to work with whatever events your niche is if you are in a niche already. So say that you want to make shirts for the music industry and you're at a concert, never hurts to go live and talk about the concert that you're at and make sure that they know that you exist and that you're on there. So going live from an event is another great way to get your name out there and associate what you want to do with your business. So the ways to create those visual eye-catching things is you can do it a few different ways. You can either do actual photo shoots, or you can use the EasyView Online Designer to make a mock-up before you actually print the order. This is a great way to do it if you're not looking to spend the capital to actually produce the product, but instead you want to get the sales before you produce. So in the EasyView Online Designer, you can make your design using our artwork. You can put it on a shirt, as you see here on the left, and then you can put the watermark for your business across it so you protect your artwork. And all you have to do then is download it and share it to your social media. And the other option is if you want a live picture with your actual shirt created and being used in a setting, you can actually print the prints, do some photography yourself, and have everything posted that way. Both of these have shown to be very useful, either whether you're using the online designer or if you're actually taking photographs of your shirts. Both of these prove to be very eye-catching and tend to turn profit when you post and you market yourself on Facebook. Another thing that we always suggest is to gang sheet as much as you can. You can use the extra space on your gang sheet from every order, and then you can give away Facebook exclusives, or you can give away events. This is another great way to host one of those contests and give something away. And essentially at that point, you're doing it for free because your customer bought that top image. You had some extra space to fit that bottom image. This is a great way for you guys to create that extra revenue and get one customer to buy multiple different things or to use it for another giveaway. So we here at Stahls have actually created a guide to how you guys can use social media for your business. You can download that at the link here. This is a great way for you guys to be able to start doing your marketing on social media. It is a free guide that you can download and read. Ebooks are definitely a good thing, Joe, especially when they're free, because free is my personal favorite thing. So this social media book is absolutely astonishing. The stuff that you will get in it, the amount of answers and questions that will be answered in the book is definitely worth your time. So go ahead and go get that ebook for you to download. So one of the e-commerce platforms we want to talk about is Etsy. Etsy is an absolutely great platform. It has a very, very large audience. There are listing and processing fees, but it's an easy way to market your business if you don't really know where your customer base is going to be. Etsy actually started out as one of those websites that was solely for people who create things by hand. A lot of embroiderers and hand stitchers, people who do arts and crafts really were on there. But now that it has come such a long, long way, you have a lot of businesses on there as well. Full-blown businesses selling t-shirts or selling whatever mass products they can make. So there are some cons here. That is that one of them is that it is a mature and saturated place. It's a very mature audience that is using it both to sell and to buy. And then another couple of the cons is there are sellers fees on there are listing fees, and there are processing fees. Otherwise, it is a great e-commerce platform because it does have such a vast audience. And another place you can do your e-commerce is on Facebook. And like we were saying, Facebook is the absolute largest social media platform that exists. It is something that almost everybody uses, and it's something that has a lot of potential. So when you're on the Facebook doing your e-commerce stuff, there is a lot of control that you guys will have over what you're selling and how you're selling it, and it is a very low cost if you already have an audience or a following, which is why we always suggest going for a niche market. If you have an audience, if you have a following, the marketing literally sells itself because people will share your posts, people will help you with it because they are already invested in you as a business. Some of the cons are, though, that there's a cost per action fee, which means that every time they click on your post or they click a link that goes to your website, that will cost. That is another thing that is a con for this. And the other thing is that the keyword advertising does make you have to be a little bit marketing savvy. There are a lot of tools to help you learn how to do these things on YouTube. It's something that's definitely worth looking into if you want to get into this market on Facebook. YouTube is an absolutely great facilitator for learning. So if you guys are interested in learning more about how you can market using keywords in both Facebook and on any other e-commerce platform, definitely go to YouTube and see what they have there. So another thing of e-commerce that's coming, not existent yet, but it's coming down the pipeline, is Stahls' Spirit Sales. So this is going to be a Stahls product. You do online ordering for established groups. It's easy to set up, and it connects directly to Transfer Express and Stahls. So that's one thing that's really neat about Spirit Sales when it comes out, is that you can have your design set up on there, and all you have to do is send it through there and it'll go straight to us, or if you're ordering rolled goods or sublimated goods from Stahls, it'll go straight to them. So the Spirit Stahls platform is absolutely going to be amazing. There is an annual fee with it, but you get unlimited stores. So say you're working with your local high school, you can set up a shop for them on there, and the setup, like I said, is very easy. We saw a little preview of what is to come, and the setup is super simple. So you set up whatever shop for them, and they direct their employees or their staff or whomever they are looking to sell to this website where they can now place the orders, get everything going, and that goes straight to you guys so you can get it set up and get everything printed. It's basically an all-in-one platform to get what you need printed without having to go to 16 different websites to get it done. So Spirit Sales is coming. Watch out for it. If you guys would like, go to our Facebook page, drop a like, and then we can keep you updated from there. Jennifer, as of right now, the tentative start date is coming soon. Don't know exactly when, but they're looking before the end of the year, and cost is not something that has been shared with us just yet. So just keep an eye out for it. So everybody who's commenting about it, go to our Facebook page, Transfer Express, Stahls Transfer Express. Give us a like and just follow us because we will be talking about it when we have more information for you, okay? Yes, April, I absolutely agree. It's going to be amazing. I can't wait for it. Esther, I don't know the exact answer. I don't know how it works for the international businesses, but I'm sure we'll have something set up for you guys. So another thing that is going to be integral is building a database. Email addresses are gold. You can use them for your Facebook followers. You can use it for sending promos out and reminders of when it's time to reorder your products or their products, whatever they're looking to get or whatever they've previously purchased. Email addresses are something that, we all get those emails from customer service places all the time. I know I frequently get them from Best Buy because I'm a nerd and I have a lot of techie stuff. But yeah, you get emails all the time, and they're always one that catches your eye. And you go over there and you make your purchase. So making sure to log all those emails and collect them in a database is absolutely integral. So how to gather them is you can do it through a contest where they sign up with their email address. You have them write it out on paper at an actual event. You can have them sign up online. There are total different ways to do it. Another way that you can do it is doing the website call to action, and that's where they go to your website and it gives that pop-up, would you like to sign up? And that's, you'll see here that you always want to have that available because you want them to sign up. You want them to have their email address. Another good thing is you can drop business cards off for prizes. A lot of businesses have that where it helps you market. And then when they email you, you can always link back to subscribe to your newsletter if you have one. And then hosting an event is another great way to build a database. And you can capture all their information if they're schools, if they're businesses, depending on wherever your niche is at. So creating samples, that was what we were talking about earlier, using the EasyView. EasyView is an amazing way to do it. Has anybody here ever created a sample on EasyView? Because if you have, you can email it, you can print it, you can add your watermark, and it's a really quick way to get a sample to a customer. It's very fast, and setting it up takes literally seconds. Once you have it set up, you can email it or print it out so that way you can show your customer right on the spot what exactly their product is going to look like on the shirt. I'm glad a lot of people have used it, and for those of you who have not, it's time to get with the program. We have a lot of useful tools on there that make it easy to share your designs with your customer, or even still with Facebook like we were saying before. Another great way to create samples is to have us redraw the artwork via an art proof. Art proofs are completely electronic. There's no actual sample sent out, but the our art proof is free. So it's $45 or $25 up front. And then once you approve the artwork, it comes back and it comes off of your total. So I always tell customers to think of it more as a down payment than a fee. So art proofs are amazing because sometimes your customer will come to you with a poorly drawn image on a napkin and you want to make it look good, but perhaps you don't have artists in-house. That's what we are here for. You can send us whatever artwork you have and we'll always do our best to make it look good, professional, and a strong image. So anytime that you need to create a sample of artwork that you don't already have finished, you can send that to us. We'll send you a sample out via art proofs. One of the best ways that you can make samples is to actually create a physical sample. And that is why in our marketing kit you get 30 full-size transfers that you can apply to t-shirts. And the samples that are in there are going to match the ones we have in our idea book. So if you are looking through the idea book and your customer says, oh, I really like that, chances are that one of those designs is going to be in your marketing kit if you purchase one. And we can also sell them a la carte, meaning just on their own as a refresher pack. That is an option. It still comes with the 30 sample transfers. And it's a great way to create your store displays with the t-shirts so your customers can touch and feel them. And the good thing about these is it doesn't just come all in goof proof. There are some hot split, there are some elasti prints, there's a little bit of everything in there. So these are great ways to create samples for your customers so they can see not only how a product will look, but also how a product will feel. Thank you, Joe. I appreciate that. Yes, the marketing kit is absolutely worth it. And if anybody's thinking about the marketing kit, one of my opinions is that the biggest seller in it is it does come with our color chart, which has more than 60 actual screen printed colors in it. So that way, instead of looking at the website and saying, okay, this is about what your color is going to look like, in the marketing kit is the color swatches. So that way you can actually say, this is what the actual color looks like when it is screen printed. So that's a great selling point, and it's an amazing tool for you guys to be able to use for your customers as well. So another great way to create samples is to use the actual free samples that we give you guys and apply them to youth extra small shirts. Or if you wanted, you could even splurge on the little baby shirts. The toddler shirts and whatnot are options as well. But one thing that a lot of people have done is they take the youth extra small, they take the free sample pack, and they apply it to these, and then they grommet all of the shirts, and then you could slip a carabiner through it, and there you have it. You have your sample pack ready to go. It's definitely a more mobile version than actually carrying 30 t-shirts with you at all time. And you could bring them to your customer, to your client, and you can show them what they'll feel like and look like without having to spend the money on 30 separate shirts and then tote them around with you everywhere. So you can get all of these supplies if you were looking at somewhere like your Joann Fabrics, your Michaels, not Pat Catan's anymore, unfortunately, but all of those little stores there, those crafting stores, have grommets and carabiners and stuff like that ready for you guys. So this is a way to create a very good, very mobile sample pack. And now we'll move on to the niche marketing part of things. And I saw that some of you guys are interested in or going into niches, or perhaps you're already fully enveloped in niches. But a niche is just a segment of people who are interested into or fall into a particular category. So for example, some people might niche specifically to motorcycle riders. That is a huge market in and of itself, and there's so much that you can do with it. Oh, yes, Joe is right. Dollar Tree also has them. A lot of those places have, like those dollar stores have stuff like that as well. So, yeah, so the niche marketing is going to be one of the best ways to create a following. So selling things is one thing, but having a niche is going to be the best way to continuously have that word of mouth marketing. Because if anybody is involved in any group ever, you know that they all talk to each other about what's going on and what's happening in their industry or in their field or whatever you're a group of, like a motorcycle riders at those motorcycle clubs, they talk. So if they talk about you, they talk about your business, then another motorcycle club hears about it and everybody gets together. So some of the niches that you can look for are businesses where you could do promotional tourist stuff or retail fashion. You could do schools where you work with a lot of bands and sports and the booster clubs and the cheers and the dance clubs. You could work with organizations like civics groups, men's groups. You have a lot of clubs, special interest groups. They have a few gaming communities around us here in Cleveland. So those are all different niches that you can get into. You could get into athletics, which is a bit more of a broad thing. You can get into athletics through local teams, traveling teams. You could have the Little League teams, all of those. Government services as well. A lot of people find success with that, going first to your local fire department, and then they tell their local EMT people, and kind of just spreads from there. As well as you could do a lot of events, concerts, festivals, reunions, those types of things are always looking for t-shirts. But it doesn't have to just be t-shirts. You could also do your cinch sacks. You could do sweatpants, shorts, hats, whatever you're looking for. There's almost an answer for everything. So niche marketing is going to be one of the best ways to not only grow your business through marketing, but grow your business organically as well. So Valerie, when you say 4x4, I assume you mean off-roading, and we can talk about that later. So another thing that's going to be very useful is on-site events. I always try to tell people to go to things that people don't really think about. So if you go to stuff like school orientations, where perhaps your local school doesn't have a vendor set up to sell, say you work with Lincoln High School, you could go to Lincoln High School, set up your booth, and sell only Lincoln High School t-shirts. A lot of places don't have stuff like that already set up. So that's definitely a good place to get involved. Another one is sporting events. I don't know if anybody here has ever heard of the National Football League, the NFL. It's a little time business that a lot of people have heard of. They have at the NFL draft, Nike has a whole booth set up, or whoever their supplier is that year. I know they just changed from Under Armour to Nike, I think. But they have a booth set up every year where you can go, you can actually get your t-shirt customized on site. Now, I don't know that any of you guys are going to be hopping right in with the NFL, but at your local home games, it's not a bad idea to have something set up where you guys can set up a booth and customize local jerseys for consumers. It's a great way to get involved with your local community and to spread your business around and get more business, so that means everybody's happy. Conferences are another great place to get involved. Conferences give away a lot of promotional products like t-shirts and bags. So conferences are another great one to think about. Cynthia, as to your question, NFL, we at Transfer Express cannot use their logo because it is very heavily copyrighted, unless that is you have actual rights to use it, which is totally a thing. You can get rights to use it. You just have to contact the NFL and talk to them about it. So on-site events are an amazing way to get that extra revenue. So what another ebook that we have, you guys will be excited about this one. Another ebook that we have is to have the ability to on-site print and how you can do it and 10 best practices for doing it. There's a lot that you want to know before you get into it that some people don't think about because they're so used to selling from, behind a counter or behind a computer screen. So another ebook, and I don't know if everybody knows, but we have a lot of ebooks available, not just through us, but also through stalls. There are a lot of ebooks that are available for you guys so you can learn more. So this is the one for on-site printing. You guys have the link there. And that is it for our marketing webinar today. So next month, we're going to be talking about money-saving ideas for fall printing. Could be a lot in there. I expect that you guys will all be back. Any questions before we are finished up here? We can try and answer some before we get out of here. No, thank you, Michelle. I appreciate you. And you as well, Sarah and Pamela. Oh no, they're going to start pouring in, aren't they? So definitely take this information. Like I said, tomorrow it will be available on YouTube for you guys to rewatch. I know that some people are having trouble getting the audio, getting the video to work. So no, thank you, Dave. I appreciate that you remembered my name. All this information will be available on YouTube. I appreciate that everybody came out here today. So if you guys have any questions, please feel free to let us know. You can always email us or chat us on the Transfer Express website. But otherwise, we appreciate you guys hanging out with me and hope you guys learned something that you guys can use. And Valerie, yes, let's go off-roading. We're in Ohio, so there's lots of mud up here because it never stops raining. Yeah, if you guys have any questions, let us know. But otherwise, appreciate you guys coming out, and I hope that you guys all have a great day.